Yo guys, what's up? This is Sam from Instinct Learning, and today I want to talk to you about one of the killer features, really, of Vital VST, and this is the transpose snap. So, what this does is actually quite simple. You can lock your pitch modulation transpose to certain intervals. That's what it can do. So, if you click here on this thing in the middle of the oscillator, then the transpose snap will open and it will give you basically a piano roll, kind of. So you have your root note. This is not really C though, because it's, as far as I understood, or as far as I'm hearing. So this is just like the first note of whatever scale you're playing. If that would be a D sharp, then this would be a black note actually. So don't get, maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but this is how I understood it. So, for example, yeah, so small second, the root note, and then one, two, three, four, five, six. We have the diabolic interval, like a really, really strong diminished interval. The root note and the small second. This is fitting to the track that I am doing now. The cool thing is, if I would write a major track that would be super happy or something, then I would just like punch in one, two, three, four. I would punch in this one, and probably, yeah, about those two I would think about it, but this would probably go here. So let's listen to it. First, let's set it as it was. Okay, so the cool thing obviously is that you can adjust this to the scale that you are working in. So if I change that, for example, I don't take a small second, I take a minor third. One, two, three. Completely different vibe, and then let's punch out those two in. Now it's actually major. Because we have a major third. So this is really awesome because you want your modulations to be tonal, or I want my modulations to be tonal, but in most synthesizers, as for example in my beloved Virus TI synthesizer, that's not possible. There is no such feature, and that pretty much makes me not use pitch modulations in many, many, many cases, or use envelopes because they are more linear and more controlled. But you're not going to put wild LFO on any tonal sound on the pitch. You don't modulate the pitch normally because then it becomes something atonal that's useful for FX and those kinds of sounds, but certainly not useful for musical stuff if you're writing in a note or in a scale, etc. This is absolutely fantastic. You can do your arpegg and you can change your arpegg also. I mean, you can just look up any of the presets and then you open up the transpose snap, and depending on which scale you are currently working in, you're gonna change those notes and it will be harmonic. This can be very disturbing. Like, imagine we are having a clearly minor track and then minor melodies and then major arps on top of that. I mean, really doubtful that this will sound good. Because probably there will be some disharmonic points where notes are hitting each other that should not hit each other. In this way, it's like it's pretty much idiot proof. You just need to know your scales, and if you know that, then you can use the transpose snap in this way that I just showed you. If you're in minor, you're gonna put, for example, the minor third. If you're in major, the major third. Diminished would be this and this, and so forth. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually, like this. it's super easy if you know a little bit about music theory, then you can really adjust and make your arps or modulations very harmonic. And this is also how a lot of the sounds work. In the beginning, I was asking myself, how are those step sequenced sounds working? Well, they are working just like that. You have modulators here and then actually transpose snap here, which makes the modulation just go to certain notes. It's quite frankly ingenious, and I hope every synthesizer in the future has it. I believe so. Like if you would be designing a synthesizer now, that certainly should be something that you should look into. But who knows how this stuff is programmed? I guess it's quite complicated. The guy behind the Vital preset, it's not a short-term project, and this becomes more and more clear the more I use this. Like how much love and effort this person has put into that synthesizer. I'm currently still running on the free version, but I might just go on and buy a bigger version, because it turns out that this is really a killer tool, and it sounds also very different from what I'm using, and I'm having a very good experience so far. Um, Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you think about this cool new, in my opinion, killer feature, transpose snap? I think it's quite brilliant. And yeah, let me also know what other cool things you found out. I mean, it's just like you need some time with the synthesizer to really get into all the different features, and I'm just like, you know, I'm just having a look at the tip of the iceberg here, I believe. Thanks for watching, and I see you guys in the next video. Cheers.